Anyway, so it's Julian's fault that this episode's been ruined. Okay. We can summarise that.
Blame Julian. Hashtag blame Julian.
Hashtag kill
free
Julian.
Bobby.
Hashtag free Bobby.
Which is more important?
Killing Julian. Freeing Bobby.
Nah.
Hello.
Free Bobby.
Free Bobby. My boy Bobby.
Bobby murder.
Bobby didn't murder anyone. It was only a conspiracy. Free our boy Bobby.
Free murder. Right. No.
Have you listened to any of his music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that any good?
2 songs. Only because I accidentally clicked on the second one when I meant to click on the first one.
That's good.
They're both good.
On Bobby Bitch. It's pretty good.
Oh, good.
All you know is he slides over cars while he shoots.
Yeah.
They think that he's Tom Cruise, but bitch, he's Bobby with the tools. And he says,
Bobby.
And he says gang a lot.
Gang.
Yeah.
He's not in prison for the good reason. They should free
You
him.
need to break him out of schmizzen.
Schmizzen.
Get Schmurder out.
Free Bobby. Anyway,
now we've got our daily dose of memes out of the way.
let us commence with actual
what
podcast
have you
stuff.
been listening to this week?
Okay, so the big news obviously was the OK Computer announcement.
Yeah, it was.
So
Okay, not
commemorating 20th anniversary, Radiohead are going to release.
Celebrating. Commemorating makes it sound bad.
True, I don't know.
And it
Well,
weren't
I
bad.
don't know. Oh, I think that's
It
got
weren't.
some positive connotations to it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Stop bringing your negativity. Get rid of your negative
You're bringing
organs, Sam.
Negativity,
What are you doing?
saying you're commemorating it.
Well, celebrating.
What we
certainly.
commemorate is the birth of me. What
What?
we celebrate is the birth of OK Computer.
Yeah, true.
Both 20 this year.
Indeed.
Fucking hell.
But anyway.
Right in my head.
So the big news is
Wanna
the
break
release
him
of
out.
their commemoration called OK Not OK, which is a little slogan tagline they had hanging around.
that's the name of
as
the
part
website.
Part of the material, yeah, for the OK Computer
The
release
promo.
anyway.
Yeah.
They're going to re-release the album with the B-sides all in one package, and the big news is they're including 3 of the unreleased tracks. And if you're a Radiohead fan, holy shit, these tracks! Like, it's hard for people to, if you don't know the context for it behind them and like haven't heard of these.
Lift is something to be excited about.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so the story behind Lift is basically when they came off the Bends, that was their big popular one, just before they started like doing OK Computer when they were touring. That was the one that was like a really big hit with a lot of the people they played for, and like it had a lot of people really like engaged with it.
I heard they didn't put it in the album because they didn't want the album to be too popular.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. That's
Oh,
the most Radiohead thing.
Because that worked, didn't it?
No, yeah, true. But like,
Tomo.
it would have been
4 million
popular in a
something
different
units
way,
sold.
because like the Bends still had some of its huge like mainstream sort of, I don't know, Brit poppy
A little bit left over
appeal
still, yeah.
still left over, and this is what this would have been sort of. And
So it would have
been,
fitted better on the Bends than any other album.
perhaps
Lift.
yeah, perhaps, but it's got an OK Computer sound to it. Like it
Okay.
sounds like quite a sort of a bit like Lucky-ish.
Alright.
Which Lucky was one of the first ones as well, but like it's a long lost twin, and it's like really anticipated by a lot of fans because it would have been a huge deal if they'd released it. But the problem was obviously already Tom was having feelings of like exhaustion from the fame and the pressure and stuff, and he just didn't want to do it. Like he was
Tom,
already heading down the Kid A trajectory, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like completely
Yeah,
abandoning himself
disappear.
from rock. So this was the last stand, and they didn't want to put it in.
Yeah.
That's the reason behind that one. And then the other big one that I was really excited about is Man of War, which was also called Big Boots. It's his other track name, the equivalent title. But they've gone with Man of War. They're releasing that one. That's famously on they did a documentary about recording OK Computer to like capture the vibe at the time and why Tom was having such a hard time. And this is in part of the recording. As part of the filming they did, it's them trying to record it and they couldn't get it done. And it's a really like smooth, suave sounding song. Sounds like a really like good Bond song basically, and that'll be a big one as well. So they got that, and then they've got one I've never heard of, which is called I Promise. So that I will look forward to. They're going to be big. That's going to be big releases. To
I just want to
celebrate
add
20.
to this point that, I mean, all the listeners know that Mike is quite a big Radiohead fan.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, when this news got released, he went fucking ape.
Yeah.
He
You
was
thought that there was
hyped.
another
was
track
hyped.
in there that wasn't there. You thought there was a new track called Alien.
Yeah, 'cause
but it
West
was just
Siren-
Subterranean
yeah.
Homesick and then it going on to the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
line. But was that on the image? No, it was that on the image.
Yeah.
It was that for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next line thing.
That was
But-
funny.
That was quite funny.
The reason I did that is because I saw 3 tracks and I didn't notice I promise, because it looks
Alright.
to me, I read it as a reminder, which is another B-side, which is really good, really good B-side. But I read it as that, and I was like, shit, where's the third one? And then I just saw Alien, I was like, Alien, what's that?
Woo!
It's a new song, and it's
Crazy.
in the.
It's in the middle of
Yeah.
the track
In the middle of
listing.
the-
Yeah,
Listen, what's
See,
that?
I
It's
should've-
trying to rewrite history.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
Excuse me, yeah.
boy.
Yeah, I did notice, but not until I'd gone round and shouted from the rooftops about it. But yeah, so that's the big news. I can't fucking wait. It's like 29th or 26th of
Something.
something.
Sadly,
Something.
after Father's Day, which is annoying.
Oh,
'cause
man.
I was going to get it on vinyl for my dad for Father's Day.
Yeah,
But
that would have been good.
Gizz would-
I've ordered mine on CD.
Because
So
I got
I
him
can't
the
fucking
disc.
wait.
So I got him in Rainbows last year. I was gonna
That'd
get
be
him
a sick gift.
That
That'd be so
would.
good. But anyway, so aside from that big release and the hype, I've been listening to quite a bit of the new Mac DeMarco album. I like it.
Yeah?
I don't think it's his best work, so I went back and listened to Salad Days, and that's my favourite album from him.
Okay.
Salad Fingers. But this is like another really, really good album, and some of the tracks towards the end sort of caught me off guard about how it's a lot to do with his father issues. I mean, I think it's his father passing away. That's at least what I gathered from
Alright.
the track listing. But like, it's like in a Mac DeMarco way. It's very sort of hybrid. I don't know. It's just smooth and it's like summer breezy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
I
good.
definitely got that vibe from On the Level.
Yes, that's
Definitely.
probably still my favourite from it. But I really like the first 2 tracks as well. Which
Yeah,
are
you were saying.
My Old Dog. No, I can't remember.
This Old Dog's the name of the
There's
album.
This Old Dog and then My Old Man, I think, are the first 2. But yeah, it's a good album. I've been enjoying it. And final mention just to the new Anko EP. That Man of Oil, I just love that song
Listen
so
to it
much.
yet. I need to get on that.
You need to listen to probably just that song. But the rest of the album's okay. The rest of the EP is okay. But it's not...
Field recordings.
Yeah, it's like a lot of field recording. It's very spaced out.
I like that.
But it's like
recordings are
very
nice.
sparse. It's like listening to... It's like lying down in the jungle, basically, just for like 20 minutes. But then you get the Man of Oil, which sounds like a good direction for Anko to be taking himself in.
Mm-hmm.
So if they follow up on that, boy, I'm going to be excited.
Boy.
So yeah,
Excited.
those be my listens. Sorry it took so long, but
That's alright.
that be it.
We'll afford you the time.
Oh, thank you. So, Sam, thanks for the forgiveness. What have you been listening to?
Wow.
My
Wow.
dear. My dear.
Well, what have I been listening to? Oh. Yesterday was a very exciting day for me because new King Gizz and the Lizard Wizard album got leaked, and I felt
Leak-a-dink.
bad. I felt very bad for listening to it until I listened to it, and I felt good because it's so fucking good. Possibly my favourite King Gizzard album ever. It's fine with Nonagon at the
Damn.
moment. But I think just the fact that it's so sprawling and epic makes it just like
It's
just that
certainly
little bit
sprawling
better.
and epic, yeah.
And it's, I just sat in bed, got some water, got some apples just in case I got hungry. And sat there for 40
In
minutes
for the long
just
haul.
with a fucking massive grin on my face.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
Yeah. And
And
you've changed your mind about an album we're going to be covering, so we shall
We'll spoil those details later.
we shall spoil those details later.
I mean, it doesn't matter for them because they can't see the fucking Google Doc, can they?
No,
they,
no,
they didn't know it was coming up.
Yeah,
know,
but
just doing a
yeah.
shout out to later.
Break the fourth wall every now and then.
Yeah.
No,
Fourth wall must be intact.
Fourth wall must stay intact.
Why does it get breezy? How can you have a room with only 3 walls? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, go on to
Don't know. Oh, my turn.
Oh, is that your
Is it?
turn over?
Or is it? That's all you've been
I've-
listening to, isn't it?
pretty
I was
much.
going to say, I know this. I know
mean,
this.
it's been pretty much nothing with King Gizzard this week, so
Yeah.
leading up to
Yeah.
Murder of the Goddamn Universe, which was sick, but
Murder
yes,
of the gosh darns.
the
universe.
gosh hecking darn universe.
Yeah.
But now, Julian,
Yes.
your turn.
My turn.
You're allowed to speak now.
Yeah, good.
Just
Unfortunately.
kidding.
It's a downside
So,
to this format.
is Murder Universe your album of the year so far?
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
because
fuck yeah.
this here is mine,
Wrong.
which I've just picked out.
It's because you haven't listened to Murder of the Universe yet.
It's very, very, very possibly so. Full of Hell, I've mentioned before. Angriest band in the world. This album came out last Friday.
Angry reaction.
Are they more angry?
I mean,
than
you can
Yeah.
see from their
Wait,
flipping out. Like
The album artwork is like a nun
no,
who's...
it's not the album artwork. It's their like band logo.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
just
the
like-
classic.
It's gotten slowly more and more like
If you're
piss take black metal band logo
Yeah.
as time's gone on.
That's how you,
It certainly reads that to me.
The
That's how I interpret it.
angrier your band members, the more like weird.
The more hairy the...
Yeah, the
text
more
is.
Pretty
hairy.
much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I
Nearly
said the
unreadable.
album artwork is a nun whose face is just on fire.
Good lads.
It's good artwork, I like it.
It's 25 minutes of hell, and
Angry.
I absolutely fucking love it. It's incredible. So that's my album of the year so far. We've then got, sitting next to it right here, One O Tricks Point Never's
Viewers can
got.
see that.
Yeah, of course they can. I'm just gonna flash up the album artwork, or you're gonna take a photo of it.
Oh, don't.
Woo.
Please
Whoa.
don't flash.
Another full
please.
break.
Dave,
Please don't
look
flash.
at that water behind it.
I was gonna say I was gonna move that. It doesn't look very professional, but unfortunately that's how my room is.
It's not your water.
It's not quite as that water's
Oh,
not
that's
quite
your
as.
water. Shit, yeah.
This
I didn't
water's not
realise.
quite as aesthetic as the album it's sitting behind. Garden of Delete. The One O Tricks Point Never. He, electronic music producer from the United States. He created one of the pioneering vaporwave albums back in 2010 under the name Chuck Person, Echo Jams Volume 1, and some of the
It's a good name
old
for a vaporwave album.
some of the old vaporwavy qualities of pitched down vocal samples and aesthetics do turn up on this album, but also turn up some really, really abstract and all over the place
Yes.
electronic synthesizers and beats and glitches, and it's 45 minutes of just madness, like balls to the wall madness, like, and there are all sorts of different emotions over it. Like there is just like a 1 minute vaporwave interlude, which is very aesthetic
I
indeed.
mean, I listened to some of it, and like when they stuck to a theme, it was really nice. Like the music was good. I liked it. I could like groove to it. There are bits
like
where
the
I was,
vaporwave.
there are bits
definitely
where I was
stuck
like,
to the theme.
what's going on? But like usually, it was good. And
No.
then like
Interesting.
you'd get that for 45 seconds, and then they'd switch. And
Yep.
it's like there wasn't any like transition to them. They just kind of like went. And
Pretty schizophrenic, was it?
Very schizophrenic, yeah.
I couldn't handle that.
Oh.
No, I appreciate.
See, I was really
like-
sold on it. I haven't listened to it yet. But
No,
we'll have to
it's
see.
fine.
I might have to try
I
it.
do like the album artwork though.
No, the album
good.
artwork's very minimalist
It's like
and
a
very
dragon.
strange.
At least that's what
If it
I
was
see.
hairy,
It's like a
like,
dragon.
It's like
on
Wings
top
at the
of
Top,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
It's like if I tried to draw any King Gizz album
Yeah.
or any King Gizz art, I'm like,
Just listen to this, and that's what you draw.
I suppose that should be the actual text for that. Turn it sideways. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not the-
Anyway,
not the view
if you
to
want
know that.
something that's slightly more sticking to a theme, you should try the Disintegration Loops by a guy called William
That's-
Basinski, who I've
good
mentioned
name.
before.
I've heard that name. Yeah.
He's like an ambient composer, and the Disintegration Loops it's a series of 4 albums he did. The first one of which I listened to.
I've heard this is good actually. I saw this
It's
somewhere.
it's an ambient album which it's about 70 minutes in length, 2 pieces, one of which is just over an hour long, and the other's 10 minutes. And the way
Classic,
that it was recorded
It
is
is
that.
good unless it's kind of track that's the sum total
See,
or
then,
more of the
but
other
okay,
tracks on the album.
but then you have this Full of Hell album where half the songs are less than a minute long, and I love them just as much.
Yeah.
Nah, you need an album just like that disgusting album you showed us where all the tracks are like 5 seconds long.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Oh, fucking Agoraphobic Nosebleed, yeah.
Disgusting.
That's the one.
What a
Yeah.
fucking-
No, that was not a good
so
album,
bad.
to be fair.
What was the point? Literally.
It's literally just
Stick to a theme.
end of track. Next one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I don't get it.
going back to Disintegration Loops, it's an ambient album which actually is pretty much complete. The first hour-long track is pretty much completely composed of like a 7 or 8 second ambient motif.
Right.
But the way that it was recorded is that it was done with an old with tape looping, and the tape that it was recorded on was kind of like crummy and damaged, and so every time the tape would loop round, the tape would get more and more deteriorated and disintegrated. And so what you get as the progression of the entire song is like noise and distortion that is that is recorded in the piece as a result of the tape actually deteriorating in real time.
Okay.
So
is that just one? Is that just like one sound though? Is
It's
there
one
stuff
motif.
surrounding it?
I mean, the noise and distortion from the tape, like fragmenting and falling apart, becomes kind of the changing theme.
So he
of
recorded
it.
everything and put it on tape, and then the result of running the tape is
Yeah,
the
it was.
only thing you hear
It
on
was.
the album.
There's a lot of stuff that was completely up to chance on it, and the fact that there's
That's
that,
what's
and that
crazy.
it came out so well and so captivating is really, really amazing.
It's like the
Okay.
exceedingly verbose meme, but in music form.
Yeah,
So interesting.
it's perfect music for revision. I listened to the entire thing while I was writing up proofs earlier. It was amazing. Like,
Damn.
I actually just powered through it.
Damn.
So yeah, that was great.
Interesting. Music by random.
Music by random.
Yeah.
It's a thing. And I just want to mention one more thing before we go.
Non-true.
A woman called Janelle Monáe, who's American, who's like an R&B singer.
Right.
She released an album in 2010 called The Arc Android,
Right.
which is like an R&B album, but it's very, very well produced and not bog standard and cinematic and a concept album.
Yeah.
And she's got a very good singing voice and she makes very, very catchy songs. So that was really good as well.
You listened to that album, did you?
I listened to that album.
Dang.
Fair
That's,
dues.
that's better than not listening to that album.
Yeah, it certainly is.
But you know what's
got
better
robots in
than
it.
both of those things? Is listening to Murder the Universe. Because it's fucking sick.
Yep.
Not sure if the mic picked that up.
Ooh,
Ooh, might pick that up.
insert King Gizz meme here.
Eggs!
I was going to say I'll just chop that in.
I was...
Eggs.
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 I mean, even if in space we got spaceships. Am I right?
That's a good one.
Fucking Drago.
They are some Aussie druggos, indeed.
Right.
Shall we talk about music?
Music.
Yeah.
Right. Music.
Funny enough, we got a podcast where we do it.
You've listened to American football more this week, Julian, so you lead in.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
Thanks,
I
Sam.
believe in you. Also, because I'm focusing on non
Yeah.
Right. American football.
Yes. No, you said it wrong. American football.
Yeah.
I was going to say American football released the album American
He's
Football.
duped me.
He's
My career's
Bamboozled.
My career's over. I should just leave the podcast now.
Just go play
been
non-cats
watching
full
it for
time.
ages.
Exactly, but then if I left the podcast now, when would I find time to play non-cat?
Fair point.
So what was I saying? American Football, an album released by the band American Football
Yep.
back in 1998, was it? Or was it 9?
They put a space.
It's one of the
in
two.
there.
They put a line break on the cover. 1999.
Aesthetic.
It's pretty aesthetic.
And it's an album that's pretty much all about teenage love, but it's oddly compelling
Yeah.
the way it's been written.
I mean-
It's kind of I guess you could probably call it indie rock.
Yeah.
Most people have given it the status of like the typical starter for emo music.
Yeah. See, we covered it when we did our edgy bands
Yes.
episode,
And
the
this
reason
was our example of edgy music done well.
yeah,
Yes.
because again the lyrics are confessional
Very.
and they're in the
Sad,
style of emo
heartbreaking.
and they're sad and heartbreaking. Yeah.
They're a little bit moany.
Yeah, but
in places.
I mean, there's like a sort of. I mean, one of the main themes of it is the honesty of it, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
blunt,
overplaying
blunt
any
front.
of this.
No.
And then, by the way, the instrumentation is gorgeous behind it.
Yeah. Speaking of
That's why it's so well
terrible
done.
edgy bands, can we quickly
Oh no.
talk
Here we
about
go.
talk about the new Fall Out Boy track?
Oh God!
The
Oh
funniest.
my
I forgot about this in
God.
what we've listened to. This
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
This was the best point of my week. I don't care. Fuck off, Murder the Universe. I was in tears laughing at this track. It's so bad.
It's abysmal. It's so funny.
It's the room of music. It's added to so well by the fact that the fucking music video is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
It's like some kid who's been raised by llamas or alpacas or
some
something.
don't
But
give
then
a
it turns out later on, after going to a sick Fall Out Boy concert where they play their trash dubstep infused rock,
Yeah.
that
It's literally that.
actually
Yes, they
all
did
along
dubstep
they
this shit.
weren't alpacas, But it's just like the chorus is like
Dude,
the worst mix of like rock and dubstep and just trash.
It's like the vocals have gone through a dubstep, weird, shitty modularizer shit.
It's just like,
and they're just like
how
auto
can we make
tuned
this
sort
as
of.
edgy as possible. I know.
It's like they
what we'll
really
do.
ramp the vocals up, which are stupid lyrics anyway. The lyrics are so dumb, they're beyond stupid. But they've ramped them up with their fucking dubstep sound effects and fucking just trash. They flood their song with this sound.
And it's just
atrocious.
It's made so much better by in the music video. The first time you hear this disgusting chorus that just has you laughing, is that in the music video this like kids being chased by like people in fucking alpaca suits. So you got like alpacas running around the forest while it plays this horrific
chasing
dubstep.
a kid with like
Chasing this poor
dubstep
kid
vocals in the
who's
background.
just trying to get to this gosh darn Fall Out Boy concert.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Fall Out Boy are doing the thing that absolutely every edgy band that appealed to teenagers in high school is doing, which is updating their sound.
Yeah.
Except
Pandering.
they're doing it to
Let's
dubstep.
not dress it up.
And
Yeah, but the thing
dubstep
is,
died a few years ago.
the
Like
thing is,
literally
like,
did.
I've got a friend who is was a fan of Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
And she is actually, fun fact, unless I'm wrong, our only dislike.
Yeah.
Oh, is she the same one that liked 21
I remember
Pilots that
you
you mentioned
saying.
before?
No, maybe, I don't know. But she like, we were having an argument and I said just go listen to this, like, our podcast. This pretty much got all my feelings, and then she disliked it, but she's a massive fan of Fall Out Boy. And
Yeah.
like, literally the first time we saw each other on Thursday, and the first thing I said to her was like, that Fall Out Boy track though. And she was like, I know, it's so bad, it's so sad. She was like heartbroken. She like messaged her group chat from people back in Ireland who like she went to see Fall Out Boy with, and they were all like really sad that like, it's just like, why? It's like even the people who liked you don't like you anymore.
They did the transition thing, which is fine, I guess, but they did it wrong.
Not smooth.
They didn't
It's just
try to appeal to
not-
people who were once teenagers in high school in a new way, in a
Weird,
good
because
way.
Paramore right now are putting out music which is not terrible.
Yeah, I know. But they're doing the same thing, which is updating their sound to a poppy sound.
Yeah,
But it's not
But it's not a
terrible.
dubstep sound.
Yeah,
it's not a
exactly.
sound which is outdated. By
It's not
years.
out of touch and outdated, yeah.
They actually like know what they're doing.
Are they making
Yeah.
songs better than Misery Business?
I don't know. Is that an album by this?
No, that's the song by them that everyone knows and I absolutely detest.
It's.
I'm
Well,
surprised
I
I'm not.
hate that,
I
and like
I don't know.
I listened to it, the new song, and I went, "That's not bad."
Okay, well in that case it probably is
And
better
it's
than
like,
Misery
It
know,
probably
Business.
is their best work.
Yeah, I can listen to the whole thing without wanting to blow my brains
It
out
doesn't
at any
make you
point.
angry.
Yeah.
It just makes you be like, oh, interesting. Fair enough.
Anyway, back to good sad music.
Yes,
Yeah.
American and football. So, yeah, the lyrics on this album they point to the theme of teenage love, and mostly the lyrics were inspired by Mike Kinsella, the vocalist and the main songwriter, basically leaving the place where he was living at the end of the summer and going somewhere else and having to say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah.
So.
That's
In
what I'm saying.
a way, it's a concept album, or at the very least, there's a very, very strong theme running through everything.
I think it's
And
I wouldn't say it's concept. But
it's just on a
it's just
there's
on a very, very
feelings-
strong
there's
theme
feelings
throughout.
at a point in his life.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we'll settle on that. I guess that kind of brings me to this very slight downside I have about the album, which is how pretty much all the songs have the same sound to them.
yeah.
I say they're structured slightly differently.
They're
but I'll
structured
admit-
differently. No, the structure is one of the best things about the songs
But
on
I'll
this
admit the
album, I have
sound
to say.
is similar. For
Thing is,
them.
though, they vary it up like with
Horns.
horns, which is what I like.
They're so
and what I
warm,
love.
those horns.
They are.
so,
They're lovely.
So much more with this album than the sequel to American Football that they did
Yeah, last
recently,
year.
which although it was good, or it was alright, it wasn't fantastic. And what annoyed me most was that they didn't utilize the horns in it as much as they did in the first album. So it makes it so much nicer to listen to, and the horns work so well
They're
because
so
they're so
good.
like dreary and
They're like soft.
add to the sort of general vibe of the album.
They really help on like my favourite part is that they really do remind you of like summer's end because they're like so warm and they're like the whole way through the album they really give you a feel
sound
of like that exact period of time.
It's like the sort of horn solos just like almost like remind me of like the sun setting.
Yeah,
It's just like
and you look at the album as well,
Hmm.
the album cover. Like you see the house, which I assume is probably the house that he was leaving to go somewhere else for, and the sky in the background. It's kind of really dimly lit, like the sun is like just gone down the horizon. It's the gloaming.
Sorry, just I want to use that word more for obvious reasons, but that explains that exact period of time. The gloaming. Go on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I won't Tom dance. You can explain. You can continue.
Well, I've pretty much done. It's just that the album cover sets the scene and
Indeed.
describes the sound so well.
Yeah. It's a single light on and a single window. Actually, there's a window around the side, but it's just a house.
It's become a very iconic house, an album cover.
Yeah.
It's been.
I mean,
the album's a bit of a cult
suburban-ish.
album anyway.
Yeah.
It's just part of. Yeah, it's sort of a cult album for appealing to that sort of sense of, I don't know, suburban living-ish.
Yeah, kind of.
And like just general feelings of, I don't know, loss-ish. I don't know how to say.
Loneliness, all those
Just
sort of-
sadness.
Yeah, loneliness
This is like
is a
the
good one.
sad album.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
go-to sad album.
other than Unknown Death 2002. So
That's the modern classic go-to Sad Boys album.
yeah.
But back in the day, this is the one that you had
Back in the
to.
day, before Young Lean was conceived, this was the go-to.
Yeah,
It's just a wonderful album. It's so like
pretty much.
it's so just pleasant to listen to.
Yeah.
It's like the sounds are so soft and warm and nice.
Yeah,
Even though the
the content
kind of
is.
content is quite sad.
Yeah.
It's almost like I find that I don't know. I find this with No Surprises as well. That like sad songs always end up being my favourite because they kind of just feel like a hug.
Yeah.
Where it's like
This album does
it's like
definitely.
Yeah.
your life ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on, you've only got algebra and analysis.
There's a definite thing with.
You know
Oh,
what you
no.
If you do a sad song right, then it can appeal to so many people just for those sorts of reasons.
It
It
starts.
just undercuts everything.
This album starts so well. It took me so long to just stop listening to the first song.
So it only took 30 episodes, but we finally had our first microphone blunder.
No,
Episode 3.
the one with
was that?
Jay. Remember,
Oh.
we kept skipping.
Oh, I
But they
remember.
couldn't tell because I did the thing.
I'm
See,
pretty sure they
that
could
was
tell.
serious.
You definitely could.
It
Yeah.
was just like.
I totally forgot about that, but here we
but
are
yeah.
again.
Yeah, but
Another
yeah.
blunder.
We
so
when we talked for 5 minutes past that cut that you just heard,
Yeah.
and not realizing that the microphone had stopped recording.
I realised about 2 minutes in, but then it took
What
about
did you
3 minutes for you to finish what you were saying. I didn't want to
There's
interrupt
no
you.
point. We're not recording. You should have just
You were
told
in
us
the
to
flow.
stop.
I thought you were doing great.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're in the
We
flow.
don't
if we're
just
not
talk to
fucking
each other.
It was good fun.
I don't know
Anyway,
what I
you're
said
gonna
now.
break the flow.
I'm so confused. Anyway, so it's Julian's fault that this episode's been ruined. We
Okay.
can summarise
Yeah,
that.
Blame Julian. Hashtag blame Julian.
Hashtag kill
free
Julian.
Bobby.
Hashtag free Bobby.
All of those
Which is
things.
more important?
Killing freeing Bobby.
Nah. We killed Julian to free Bobby. Like,
Oh.
Oh, is that the ransom?
It's a suicide mission.
Yeah.
But you're
Wait,
gonna
if
be
it's
the
a
one who
suicide
dies.
mission, then why are you killing me? Why don't I just off myself?
No. What I'm saying is we're gonna make
get
you
Bobby
do the
free.
thing to free Bobby.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous that one of us is gonna die, so
Yeah.
we're gonna sacrifice you to free Bobby, killing or
We're gonna kill you if you don't do
Yeah.
it.
But
if
that's
you
not
do-
suicide.
two
No.
birds
Then
with one
then he won't
stone.
get freed.
No, but it's a suicide mission because you
It's a
accept,
suicide mission.
You accept,
But you
the
have to
mission,
accept 'cause they're gonna
knowing
kill you
very
anyway.
well that you're
But-
gonna.
But
die.
then if you kill me, he doesn't get freed.
No.
and
But if we don't,
I thought you want to free Bobby.
I mean we do, but
we
you know.
threatened to kill you, so that then your only option is to try to survive freeing Bobby.
by freeing Bobby.
And then we have a free Bobby and maybe a dead you, but like that's up to
But
how
we all know
skillful you
that
are.
in the end, you're gonna get schmurdered. Like,
Whatever happens, the last twist of this giant movie we pictured on our head is Schmurder. Schmurders you.
schmurder.
Is that the name
You
of
get
the film?
schmurdered.
You get schmurdered.
And
Murder,
you
but with
free-
ER on the end.
You get schmurdered.
Schmurder she wrote.
You get schmurdered in cold schmud.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, well, I hope that happens one day because I want a free Bobby Schmurder.
He's gonna get out at some point, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's like 7
need
years
him
or
now.
something.
7 years.
It's quite a while.
Jesus.
It's a while until Bobby's free. And
Free Bobby.
Nick found a tweet of someone who's saying like, the day Bobby gets freed, I'm hosting a barbecue and anyone can come.
Yeah.
It's like that's what.
It's just what you do.
He's hoping that.
That's what we
Schmurder
gotta
turns
do.
up.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
back on some sort of track.
American football.
So we were talking about. So the last thing I said was.
You were talking about a lot of the lyrics
That I
on
liked.
The Summer's End.
Yeah, I was saying first,
Something.
like when it cut, I was saying that I really liked the first song
Yes,
and that it was really good.
Never
And then,
Meant.
Yeah,
I
Never
love
Meant
that
is
song.
like, and then
probably my favourite.
yeah,
but
and then we were going on
It's
to
just
saying
beautiful.
Summer's End is another one of my
Second
personal favourites because the lyrics are just so like they feel so real and sort of truthful. And
Yeah.
it's talking. If you haven't heard it, it's talking about like when he's leaving and he's contemplating like how to say goodbye to people and like whether to with a handshake, with a kiss on the cheek, or with a hug, a kiss on the cheek, or maybe all three.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know. I feel like everyone's felt that dilemma before.
Yeah.
I definitely have, and it's like.
it's very human.
Yeah, and it's just sort of another thing where you just like, it's another moment that just makes him feel more like human and down to earth and more real.
Yeah, because
That
it's the whole thing
makes-
of playing things out in your head,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
not having
But it's-
control of anything, and you know, the instrumentation just is beautiful.
Yeah.
These first 3 tracks particularly, but the whole album just
Yeah.
is beautiful.
No, actually, I think one of my highlights is further towards the end. Possibly the most upfront album title on the album. I'll see you when we're both not so emotional.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing I love, I was saying before about how well structured all the songs are, and actually a lot of my favourites on the album are like that. So Honestly is another one of my favourites.
Yeah.
It's like there's 2 minutes of lyrics and instrumentation, and then there's a big 4-minute outro which feels very post-rocky.
Yes.
I'm not
yes.
gonna
No, it's true.
make a meme of it. It just does. But then I'll see you when we're both not so emotional. There's a little thing they do after. I guess it's a sort of verse chorusy song. But after each chorus, they have a little bridge to the next verse where there is a little drum fill for about a bar, which I absolutely adore.
Yeah. fair.
That's with the guitars playing before it, and then everything drops out. The drum does its nice fill, and then they continue into
And
the
then-
next verse.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
That's understandable. There's a lot of moments that are sort of like that
Yeah.
throughout, and yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know if we made our point about. Did you get the point in about how few lyrics there are? How
Yeah,
few?
I got that then.
Okay, so we did get.
Pretty
that
sure I
point.
got that in, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just it's so beautiful. The fact that they can pull it off is amazing, and the feelings that they conjure up.
Just in case I didn't get my point about the lyrics in. Very few lyrics, lots of time for the instrumentation to make the message sink in. That's
Yes. Yeah. And to complete our point, our grand point about, you said a lot of the songs sound similar, which they do. They sound really beautiful, but the structures are so varied throughout the
Yeah.
album. It's really great.
Like Stay Home's probably the most out there structure there is on there, because there's basically a 4-minute intro,
Yeah.
which is half of the song.
Yeah.
And then he starts singing. And it's so beautiful.
It
It's
is.
really very nice.
It's
And the one with the Wurlitzer, which
last
was
track.
the last track, instrumental, closer, horns pop up.
Yeah. It's just so
It's just brilliant.
lush. And like,
And it doesn't outstay its welcome. Like
not at all. Not
I
one
said
bit.
with the, if I got my point about the lyrics, and the album's only 40-ish minutes long. So, as much as it is kind of the same message for 40 minutes with the few lyrics, it's not really like you're being beaten over the head with it.
Everything
too
feels
much.
like perfectly placed.
Yeah.
Everything does, including lyrics.
Hmm.
And it just, like I said, conjures up the moments really perfectly.
Moments.
Let's not go there. So yeah.
Right, yeah.
I think that was a good summary,
I think
considering
that was-
our microphone cut out halfway through and we didn't exactly remember what we said.
Good summary of a summary album.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, that's a good meme, that is.
damn,
So,
this boy got jokes.
You got jokes for days. Anyway, I think we
Anyway.
should introduce this next one.
this next one. Hands up who listened to this one.
We all did.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Because you complained about how hard it was to find. So I guess you settled for YouTube, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Beardfish. Swedish prog rock band. Sadly disbanded now, actually. I found out about them a couple of years ago, and they actually released a new album in
Disband.
2015. But we're talking about their 2008 album, Sleeping in Traffic Part 2. Concept album.
There was a part one.
There was a
I
part
read up
one.
on it. I don't know.
Which came before it. So the deal with the Sleeping in Traffic series is that
How many are there?
there's just the two.
Okay.
Part
I'm
one,
waiting for the Sleeping in Traffic expanded universe.
they're disbanded. Oh,
Death
Maybe
of the
they'll
traffic.
come back.
death of the traffic. Or
Murder
death
of-
of the guy.
murder of the
Murder of the traffic.
That's what I was going for. Anyway.
So the Sleeping in Traffic, parts 1 and 2. Part 1 is meant to be a concept album all about the 12 hours of day of a man's day.
Okay.
And Sleeping in Traffic Part 2 is a concept album all about the night, the 12 hours of night.
Oh, makes sense.
So
I have thoughts that tie into this.
So on Sleeping in Traffic Part 2, which is about 75 minutes in length, it's quite a long album, you have a number of, you start off with a song called As the Sun Sets, of course, detailing the descent into night, and then at the end you get sunrise again, which is coming back to the morning. And
It's
I
as the sun sets,
actually
into the
haven't,
night, blah, blah, blah,
I haven't
sunrise.
tried listening to the two parts back to back to see if they loop round nicely.
That'll take
but
a
they
whole
might.
day. But yeah.
But this is my preferred of the two parts, mainly because of the title track, which we'll get onto in a bit.
Question: how did you find out about Beardfish and these albums?
So I found them on the prog rock subreddit. Someone relates them on YouTube specifically,
Okay.
which
Okay.
probably shouldn't come as a surprise because you can find it
You can't
anywhere.
find it
You can't find it anywhere other than YouTube.
They're on streaming platforms and they're on YouTube. That's probably about it. I don't think they're very well known, but I think this album is a diamond in the rough of modern prog, which doesn't at all try and
Alright.
which doesn't at all steal from like King Crimson's songwriting structure,
Right.
which some modern prog artists definitely do, or other bands from around there, not just King Crimson. But this album and Beardfish in general, they've got a very weenie sense of humour, which I thought you guys would like.
I disagree.
I do too.
That's all I have to
in
say
my
on the
opinion.
matter. I disagree.
Let's get your thoughts on it.
So
'cause
my thoughts are
I've got very few bad things to
they
say.
don't have a weenie sense of humour because the songs aren't parodies. I refuse to believe they're parodies. They're not.
Are all Ween songs meant to be parodies?
Yes.
A lot of them are, yes. That's
Okay.
what the humour comes from, is they
Yeah.
start off sort of as a genre, and then they just keep turning it up, and turning it up, and turning it up, and by the end they've turned it up to like beyond 11, it's gone to like 50,
Yeah.
and everything's gone insane, and it's like out
Right.
of control.
That's what's
and they just show how ridiculously stupid the genre is.
That's what's wonderful about Ween is that they sort of every song is short and precise and they go balls out.
And they like
And they
nail
go
it
balls
spot
to
on.
balls and it's
Yeah.
it's funny. Whereas this is like a weird mix of like really good music, albeit like there are some amazing guitar solos. in
Yes,
this.
there are.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I've but like this week I've been watching a bunch of speedrun stuff online because I've been procrastinating, and one of the things was a speedrun of Guitar Hero 3
Yeah.
where someone had to the sort of the way he did it was to he had to beat every song, get 100% on every song in the game from start to finish.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been listening to Guitar Hero songs
Yeah.
quite a lot,
Guitar Hero 3 in
which
particular.
usually have a similar sort of structure of like bit of bridge, insane guitar solo end.
Yeah.
And like, so, you know, I really appreciated some of these like amazing guitar solos, but I wouldn't say it's funny.
No.
There are
And
moments, it has funny moments, but I wouldn't say it's like a funny.
I have to go back to the Ween topic. You were saying with Ween, not every song is a parody, but when they do a parody, that's how they do it.
Yeah.
And that's what flavours their albums, these parodies that they have through them. They do have songs that are what they want to just write songs for as well. Sort of more, well, like bluesy style, but like not in sound necessarily. That's with Ween. So they cover whatever genres they want. But when they do comedy, the way that they do it is exactly as we described. They turn up.
They just do it like completely over the top.
Yes. And the song reflects that. Like the song is short and sweet, and it just gets turned up and up and up and up. Whereas if this was a parody, I would struggle to get on board with it, because I know the lyrics are a little bit silly in places. I have thoughts as to why that is. I don't think it's the lyrics parody. The lyrics are fun, but the songs I wouldn't say reflect that. Like the songs are prog rock, and they do vary as well. They do vary in genre a little bit, but I'd say they don't get turned up to 11. If they are a parody, they're a very bad parody because they don't vary themselves much in a lot of places.
Okay. I'll take blame. Maybe it's my fault for not listening to more Ween, because I probably have a different idea of what a Ween sense of humour is now that you've said all that stuff.
Yes, I think you need to listen to Quebec. Like if this Quebec's one that Ween did, which is actually quite prog rocky as well. It's basically they wanted to do the end of the album is basically what they wanted to do, to be in like a Pink Floyd like sound, sort of, and it's got sort of prog leanings here and there, and you know how like. Oh shit! What's it called? Buckingham Green, like sort of guitar solos from that. That's what they wanted to do with Quebec, and I'd say if you wanted a parody that was in this sort of sound, Quebec's the album you should have gone for. This is something different, and I'd like to discuss it as something different because I've got different thoughts.
Yeah,
as to why.
Yeah, let's go through those then.
And it ties into what you were saying actually about it being a nighttime album.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on, I mean, the reason the lyrics are a little bit. Sort of, I don't know, out there in places.
Goofy and silly.
And they're fun.
Definitely.
They're fun lyrics, they make you smile. And especially on the titular track. Titular track? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sleeping in Traffic. The reason I think that is because it's a lot to do with the dreaming and the randomness of dreaming.
Yep.
So it's not so much parody as it is more, it's like the dream's just going there. And this track is the long one, it's the 36-minute odd track, which is half the album.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like in a weird way works.
Yeah,
because it's like the lucidness of dreaming and going into one thing then another.
Yeah,
which includes pirates, disco dancing, and the Bee Gees.
Oh,
yeah,
and then coming back to the very end of it where it ties it together about.
It goes back to the motif at the start.
Yeah,
of him sleeping.
Thing is, I mean,
that's the way this album works for me in my head.
This song, like, I feel like they could have split up the song, because there are points in the 36-minute song where they just stop and go to another thing. But I think maybe they kept it as one thing to show, like, this is
for the shock value, or for the...
This is the dream sequence bit, so, like, it's all packaged together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can sort of get it. This is the way that I can appreciate this album a bit more. Is in this sort of, you know, lucid dream state of that's why the song is as it is.
Yeah. I mean, it is enjoyable.
And it's a fun song. It's a fun song to go through.
Yeah.
I think it's my favourite half an hour of the album is the song.
Yeah.
Versus all of the other songs on the album.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I would say I like it. It sounds good.
It's got like
well done.
Like in the sort of maybe the second half of the song when it like really goes like crazy. Like that's more of the like that all like goes together really nicely and just keeps going and going and going.
No, I agree. It takes a while to get going in the first half.
Yeah.
I'll definitely agree on that.
I mean, it got to the point where like I was listening to it and focusing on listening to it, and then like it ended and went to the next song, and then YouTube skipped to the next album that they did, and I didn't realise. So, it's yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I feel
Go on,
like,
be frank, Sam.
I feel
be frank.
like I didn't anticipate liking this album, mostly because I thought 36 minutes.
Oh, it's got to be bad.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun. But it was a fun mix of sort of a bit of goofy now and then, but mostly just sort of classic rock and some.
It's some just
They
some good rock.
they rip off a few bands
It's
in
some
there.
nice sounding.
They
rock.
use a piano line from Bohemian Rhapsody, which they play on the guitar.
Yeah.
They use the
Absolutely.
riff from Walk This Way by Aerosmith.
Yeah.
A lot of the keyboards
So these are the
work
fun bits.
is very
I
didn't
yes
even pick up
inspired.
on
I think.
that. You know, obviously.
No,
I
it's
picked
only
up
for
on
a
the
couple
Bee
of
Gees.
seconds in the 36 minutes. It's
Yeah.
barely
Oh, it's in the
noticeable.
36 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's sort of in the disco section.
Yeah.
They all
Oh,
come
the disco,
in,
and of course
and
they
it's like a
rip
lucid
off the
dream
Bee
of
Gees.
music. Yeah,
and they talk about the
the
Bee
Bee Gees one's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Honestly, this 36-minute song, one of my favourite songs ever. I think it's
Really?
almost flawless. I think it transitions absolutely brilliantly from one stage to the next, and
Yeah.
I love the sense of humour in it, and it's just everything I want prog rock to be.
Fair.
But like, they don't take themselves seriously or too seriously. I don't
No,
think
definitely
they've
not.
got a very carefree sense of humour. Like South of the Border's probably the one song I'd
South of the
point
Border,
to.
Border, like that made me laugh.
Yeah,
That was funny.
that's a kind of almost like a Frank Zappa-ish.
And the reason
Rock
this worked
song.
is because it had quite a different pace as well.
No,
So
definitely,
the song
yeah.
before I struggle with, that's my least favourite on the album.
The Hunter?
Yeah.
Really?
The reason I don't like it is because
But it's got the title of a Bjork song.
How Scandinavian of them, Mike.
Good.
well, it's appropriate. They are
Because
Scandinavian.
they're from
How-
Sweden.
How
Yeah.
American.
How American.
Oh god,
Yeah,
get
fucking
off the
kill
edgy
us.
topic.
But yeah,
Jesus.
like, I think I just struggle with this song because it doesn't change itself up in a long time, and it's
that's
length.
that's true.
It's
Well,
like
it's
6 odd minutes.
I think I don't think it outstays its
I
welcome
think it
too
does
much.
slightly, but like I think my problem was I was anticipating the 36-minute song.
It's
That's
this-
the main
Your
problem.
freaking section
So-
of the song has ruined it for you.
It's
Like
ruined
the
the
listening
Hunter.
experience.
Yeah, it has a little bit, but I've gone back and listened to it a few times, and I've like my way of appreciating it, like I said, is to understand it as the sort of lucid dream that it is. And in that case, it's actually quite a fun album. Like, and it's well done as well. I enjoy it definitely. But South of the Border's fun because it changes
Yeah.
itself up, and same with Cash Flow. It's just like a fun.
Well, Cash
goofy-
Flow's a really
It's like a
goofy
SpongeBob
instrumental.
soundtrack.
Yeah,
Basically.
it is.
That's the way I like to think of it. So those songs are like really quite fun in the way that they are.
But then, like you say, there are a couple of songs like The Hunter and also "The Downward Spiral," which are kind of longer and stick to one sound.
Yes.
The Downward Spiral,
I like the
shimmy.
Downward Spiral more.
It's
than Hunter.
it's like the kind of like a darker song.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for that. It's a good. I suppose it's a good primer for the 36-minute one.
It is a little bit, yeah. It
works.
ends on slightly more of a high than it starts off with. Definitely, there's a weird little bit, what I think is percussion or like I really it's like weird electronic industrial noise which goes like throughout the song,
Right.
which I have no clue what it is, but it gives off the kind of dark and gloomy and gritty air of the song really well, I think.
Yeah.
Like I say, I don't know how they made it, unless it was like just really fast picking on a guitar on the right at the end of the strings. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But I really like that about it. Yeah, I'm still a bit disappointed you didn't like The Hunter as much because I love that
I like
song
the
so
sound of
much.
it.
No, it's like the most classic prog sounding song
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
album, I think.
I like
Either
that
that or Into
about
the
it.
Night.
But
Yeah.
I feel like it needed to change up. Like, South of the Border does change up halfway
through, yeah.
and it feels so refreshing.
Yeah.
So refreshing. I just think the Hunter could have done with that.
Sure.
But that's just to be honest, that's actually a minor complaint, sort of. Yeah. Yeah. Again.
Yeah. I think that's fine for you to make. Yeah, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed
I
it as
did
much
enjoy
as you
it. I did enjoy it. So
Yeah. There was some, like I said, sick guitar solos.
Yes,
I was
there
just
were.
like,
yeah.
And some keyboard solos too.
Yeah.
There's one Into the Night which is especially good towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very, very,
Decent.
very enjoyable album.
Decent. Yeah.
Decent.
And it's good because I assume they're not that well heard of. Beardfish.
No,
I'm not sure how
not completely.
famous they are because I can't.
I think
even Google
in the modern prog sphere, I think this album's fairly well known.
right.
But I think outside of that, they're pretty much an unknown quantity.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, I think this is still seen as their best
Yeah,
by most people.
I can
You
see
know,
that.
so
Not that I've listened
Apparently
to
they
that.
have,
But
on Spotify, they have 10,000 monthly listeners.
10,000.
Hmm.
Not even around.
Pretty underground.
pretty underground. But yeah, no, it's nice sounding. It's fun.
I think I don't know what it's like to listen to the entire album all the way through like in one go, because what I did was
I listened to it.
I listened to it like in basically 3 chunks. I listened to it for like 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes. Actually, no, 2 chunks, because I listened.
It's an hour and 15 minutes.
I listened up to the song before the massive one, and then did some revision, and then came back and listened to that song, and then I was like, should I go and do some more revision before and then I was like, nah, might as well. And bush and done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it like drags as if you listen to it the whole way through, but
in my opinion, it doesn't.
I'd say it maintains like a sense of lucidness, like I said. And that's what keeps it going for me, and it doesn't drag for me.
No.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. Yeah. And I also like the first and last track as well, just as like a quick
the
sort of oriental sounding intro with the like I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're just synths. You know, I'm pretty sure they're just synths. Yeah, just toned very kind of staccato, like a harp. Yeah.
Yeah. But I enjoyed that as well. That helps the whole dreamscape sort of thing.
No, it feels like you're entering it.
Gotta fit in a meme.
Of course.
But yeah, no.
I wouldn't be doing my job right.
Indeed. So you can go click off this video once we're complete and listen to that, because it's on YouTube. That's the only place it exists.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised it was on Spotify. I didn't think it was.
Really?
Because you sort of like you. Sort
I struggle to get hold of it. But I don't have Spotify
to be like, you just can't find this.
The Mike was complaining about only being on YouTube, not being able to find a download for it anywhere.
Yeah. Indeed. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
You're gonna get a YouTube video to MP3 convert is what you're gonna do.
Yes. Neither confirm nor deny. It's a confirm. Anyway,
yeah,
so,
that finishes that off nicely.
Yeah.
What's the plan for next week?
Next week,
Sam?
Mike?
Well, okay, so we've both made sort of last minute-ish changes.
Sort of.
Sam knows his one.
Yeah.
We were hinting
Wait,
to
what was it again?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were showing you.
I'm gonna do my
your
one.
No, yeah. Because I thought you'd. Yes. So, Murder of the Universe. It has to be done. Julian says he doesn't want to listen to the leak.
I'll listen to it.
God damn it, he's listening to the flipping leak.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it.
So we alluded into it earlier.
It's so fucking
We
good.
basically spoiled that we're gonna do it next week, but yeah, we're doing it. We're doing Murder of the
I'm
Universe.
so happy it's good.
By King Gizz and the Wiz Liz.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Liz Wiz.
I mean, Flying Microtonal.
Shit.
Yeah, Liz Wiz. I mean, Flying Microtonal Banana, I enjoyed it, but it was like after Nygon Infinity, which, in my opinion, up to Murder of the Universe was their best thing that they put out. I was just like,
What are they gonna do?
I was like, oh man. I was a little bit disappointed by Flying Microtonal Banana.
It's good.
It was like a step below Nygon Infinity. Which, to be honest, it's pretty hard to be on the same level as Nygon Infinity, but
this is a sprawling epic version.
It's a step above. It's so good.
So we'll be covering that.
Yeah.
And
Sam will be covering something else too.
Oh,
the wall
and the roof, the whole house,
the bed.
Whoa,
Solitude increasing.
I mean, Sam's been doing nothing but listening to it and covering surfaces already this week. So
the joke from Guardians of the Galaxy, the Jackson Pollock blacklight joke.
Yeah, that's a good one.
10 out of 10.
That's a classic joke.
That's what made me like that film so much.
Yeah.
It's like, they put a wanking joke in a Marvel film.
Yep. The second one had no such wanking joke, but I'm afraid, but it's still worth seeing.
Oh, we got that to look forward to. 31st of May.
Oh,
Day of my last exam.
Damn. Anyway.
I think we should do an extra final.
Can we do an extra 3 hour
just for the album? The album I Am a Dam is the name of the album.
By a dam who has a tattoo of his name, a dam, in red on his head. And his songs are all, a dam. What a good lad. Anyway, so...
My head candy.
Anyway, aside from Murder of the Universe,
best line he's ever said is, "My hair pink, I need a rinse."
I didn't know that was one of his lines.
My headphone's gonna need a wrist. And it's fucking his entrance on the Young Loon album on Frost God is like he's on a fucking slow jam. He's on a
Yeah.
and it's like it's so slow and like lo-fi, and then you just hear
Just like echoing in the background. Here he comes. Damn,
so
damn, he's coming nearer. Oh Jesus, what a guy! So I can't wait for that. Anyway, so aside from all of the Adam talk and Murder of the Universe, we're also going to be covering Father John Misty's Pure Comedy. What a fucking album! Like I said in previous
it's gonna
episodes,
be a good week.
I've been solidly addicted to
same.
Pure Comedy.
There have
so.
been many times where I've just like messaged Mike and just be like,
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Pure Comedy is so
Yep.
good.
I've heard it in the shower as well,
Yeah, that's-
and with singing and all.
Oh mate,
You just got to sing to it. It's really addictive.
Yeah, it's
So-
so like fucking good.
We'll be covering these two fucking magnificent things next episode.
Yes.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
John Barryman.